Hello, my beautiful team. Welcome back to the Mosaic Podcast. This is the place where we build life and business one intentional mosaic piece at a time. Today's episode is very real for me. And it came from one of those moments where I was in my head, thinking, questioning, comparing, and I just have this thought that I was having not necessarily a strategy problem, but I was having a pattern problem. And I'll explain it in a minute. But when you start seeing this pattern, I know that I have to share this with you because when you see it, you no longer can unsee it, right? So I want you to recognize it. And if it ever happens to you, you kind of rethink and re-question where you are and then take action intentionally based on what you may be going through. Because if you are building anything meaningful, right, this will really hit home for you. So first of all, I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about the moment how this all happened, right? I was deep in my work. As you know, I have been talking about it. I'm focused on building something big, something that truly matters, and it is rooted and it is deeply meaningful for me. And it takes time. Anytime you build something meaningful and valuable, it takes time, it takes effort, right? And then this feeling came in and to me, and I started questioning, right? Am I going too slow? Is this the right thing, right? What if there is something better? I even actually had another idea, right? Is this a better opportunity? Am I missing a bigger opportunity than what I'm working on right now? Right? All these feelings, all these thoughts. And I talked about the thought patterns in the last episode, but I want you to recognize this is a little bit different, right? I could feel myself wanting to pivot. Not because the idea that I currently had was a validated, better idea. It is still a good idea. I don't know if it is a better idea because it hasn't been validated yet, but because I think I have this all thought patterns in my head because I was uncomfortable staying still. Staying where I was and being uncomfortable in the lack of maybe progress or slowness, right? Because I am in this messy middle on the project that this is kind of the loop that I am in, that it is very easy to get into an avoidance trap, right? And your mind takes you to, is this not the right idea, right? I even have the next idea, right? So that is what it is. You're working on something meaningful and it's not happening instantly. We want instant satisfaction. And it requires patience and it requires its many iterations, requires thinking and slowing down at times. And our brains don't like slowness, right? And it starts to feel uncomfortable when is this happening too slow? Maybe I can finish something else right now when things are slower. And then this new idea appears. How exciting, right? It feels so exciting and welcoming, right? We have this new idea. It's so fresh. It is fast. There's no resistance yet with this idea. There's no friction yet. And then all of a sudden, our brains get into this, this new idea feels better, right? Oh my gosh, there's no resistance. And then you start comparing your current project with this brand new idea. It's the shiny object syndrome, right? And your current project, you're in this messy middle versus this brand new idea. And it is still perfect. Like you're imagining it in this, oh, how great. And this new idea wins, right? If you compare the two, your new idea wins. And then it hits you. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I chose the wrong path. Maybe I should pivot. Maybe this isn't it, right? Like just like that, you could end up finding yourself abandoning all the momentum that you built and then chasing a brand new idea. But the truth is, right, this is not strategy. This is not insightful. This is not intuition. What it is it is your brain's response to stress and brain's response to uncomfortable feeling of staying where you are in this messy middle and trying to escape this discomfort. So instead of running away from it, what we really need to do, I think, is normalize it. We want to tell ourselves the truth. And then, there's nothing wrong with you. A lot of people go through this. This is very, very common when you're building something meaningful, especially for high performers, the creative and the driven people like you and I, because we see opportunities everywhere. Think about that, right? We can build anything. But the danger is, yeah, we can build anything, but then we end up not finishing anything. That is the danger. So instead of focusing on pivoting, we have to take the time and reframe the phase that we are in. The problem is not the lack of opportunity. The problem is lack of commitment through the discomfort. When you're feeling discomfort, you push through that. Because every meaningful project will have a messy middle. There's no doubt in my mind. There is going to be phases that it's going to go slower than you want. There is going to be a phase that it's just boring, plain old boring. And it will feel like nothing is happening. But that's where most people leave. I don't want that to happen to you and I. Most people don't win if they leave. Right? We have to ground ourselves. I don't want that to happen to you, and I don't want that to happen to me. Right? The answer is there is always other opportunities. But that's not the question. The real question is, are you executing on the one that you already chose? Because what you're building right now, it could have a massive wave. It could have a massive impact if you did your analysis right. So the opportunity is not the issue. Execution is. So I came up with an acronym. Okay, if you find yourself in a phase that I was in this week, okay, I want you to really simply remember this acronym, and it is STAY. STAY, stay, right? S stands for seeing the pattern, see it, right? Recognize the pattern. Hey, I know this one, right? I'm in this builder avoidance loop, trap. It's a trap. Name it so that it can lose its power on you. And then T stands for telling the truth. That is not a better idea. There might be better ideas, by the way, right? But it is the discomfort that you're feeling right now because of the phase that you're in. Be honest with yourself, right? So your brain is feeling the discomfort. That's why you are wanting to go away, stay away from it. Okay? Tell the truth. That's the T. And then A is anchor your decision, anchor to it. Why did you choose the project that you have been working on so hard? Why did you choose that in the first place? What was your vision when you first started the project? Get in that mindset, right? Framework. Reconnect with that purpose and excitement when you were feeling when you first started the project. Then maybe you can compare. Then maybe that's an apples to apples comparison. But you can't compare your messy middle with a brand new shiny project idea. Right? Anchor to your decision. That is A. And then finally, Y stands for yield to execution. And this is the action step. Action step. Nothing happens if you don't take action. It's not emotion, no doubt. Just execution. Take the next step. It could be the smallest step, not everything, just the next step. Do something small for your current project. Okay? Take action. Yield to execution. So here's what I want you to do this week. If you find yourself, write down your current things that you're working on, right? It could even be like your health related, losing weight. It could be personal. It could be your finances. Maybe that was your focus. And all of a sudden, oh, maybe I should do this and that should be my new focus, right? But no, don't, just stay. Just use the acronym STAY. Write down your current main focus. What was it? List all the new ideas distracting you. Write them down. By all means, write them down. But do not act on the new ideas for the next 14 days. And commit to making a progress on one thing for your current focus, for your current project, your current idea. You don't need more ideas. You need ideas and projects, and you need them to bring to completion. That's what you need, right? Your success is not hidden in a new direction. It is hidden in depth, like going deeper and staying longer. Stay. Executing further than others can't. That was good. That was really good. All right. So let's go into the affirmations for this episode. You recognize when your mind is trying to escape discomfort, and you choose to stay grounded in the work that truly matters to your growth and to your future. You trust the decisions you have made, and you honor your commitment by continuing forward even when progress feels slow or unseen. You understand that the messy middle is not a sign of failure, but a necessary phase of building something meaningful and lasting. You do not chase every new idea that brings temporary excitement. Instead, you cultivate discipline, focus, and depth in the path you have chosen. Because you are the kind of person who finishes what they start, who stays when it is hard, and who builds with patience, clarity, and unwavering belief. Your success is not determined by how many ideas you explore, but by how fully you execute the one you are committed to. All right, team. If you are feeling that pull right now to switch, to pivot, to abandon, I want you to pause. You might just be in that avoidance trap, builder avoidance trap. And if you are, STAY, stay. Quiet. Be consistent. Yield to execution. Work in the background while you build. I love you. Stay the course. I'll see you next time.